So this is my first time making soil blocks. This morning I watched a video by Farmer Jesse, and he said that you want to make your soil like oatmeal, which I think I might have gotten a little bit too wet. I used my whole 5-gallon bucket of soil in this tub, and then also this, I don't know what it is, this 3 gallons or something. This bucket full of water to the bottom of the brim there, and I just kind of slowly poured it in, and I think this might be a little bit wet, but he said that you can kind of squeeze out some of the water. But anyway, so I bought 3 sizes of soil block makers. One, this larger size, and kind of a medium-sized guy, and then these little plug fellows that you can actually make these plugs, plant things into them, and then they actually fit into a little hole in the biggest soil block maker here. So anyway, what I'm going to do is, well, shoot. I'm going to use this medium-sized one. I'm not sure how they'll fit into these trays. Jam it in there up against the side of the tub. And then he says you just kind of go like, what, like this? Okay. Dudes! I just made my first soil block. The last time I was talking about this, I was saying that Farmer Jesse had a video on how to make soil blocks, but I also found Eliot Coleman's original video on how to do that. And I'm using a soil mix from his book, The New Organic Grower. And in his video, he actually uses something different. He includes peat, compost, perlite, and a little bit of fertilizer. And I'm actually thinking that might be a better mix for soil blocks. But anyway, I've just been following what his book said. But yeah, so anyway, I'll leave a link in the video description below for both Farmer Jesse and Eliot Coleman's videos on how to make these blocks. So here's the deal. I am kind of like fearful that I'm going to seed all of these blocks, and then like I'm going to water them and they're going to fall apart, or it's going to just be some sort of big disaster. So I've been watching some videos also on watering soil blocks, and most people bottom water. They put water on the side there and it bottom waters all the blocks, but all of those folks are using the little tiny blocks, and I've got the, the medium-sized ones here. So I didn't know whether should I, and plus the seed's going to be kind of on the top of these bigger blocks. Shouldn't I water them from the top? But what if they fall apart? So anyway, I thought I'd give it a go and see what watering would be like before I seed all of these trays. So anyway, here we go. Okay, if I give them a water from the top, what happens? Well, it's hard to say. I mean, they're kind of holding their form. But if I did that a bunch of times, I wonder what would happen. And I've got all these little gaps kind of in between. I don't know if they should be all like super tight, or, one of the people in the videos was saying when you water them, the water didn't get in. So I wonder, that's why I think I should leave a little bit of a gap in here so that water could kind of get down through here. But I mean, I really just don't know. And, yeah, these things just look like they just fall right apart if I dealt with them, but I don't know. Here's Buddy. Here's Buddy. I don't know. But yeah, I thought I would just kind of fiddle with this one that I have, because I want to redo this one. Because when I first did it, like I wasn't necessarily getting enough material, so some of them, in the soil block maker, so some of these are low and some of these are kind of bigger and higher. So I'm just gonna redo this whole tray. But yeah, so like then if I were to bottom water these things, you just pour some water in the bottom there. Yeah, it looks like it's going through. I think they're holding together, but I kind of think that I need to almost keep them all smashed together. These ones are all cockeyed. Okay, so I think I figured out what I'm gonna do. So I've got this tray that I brought from inside the house, and I'm going to smash all of the plugs together rather than leaving gaps between, because I think I have just enough room maybe at the edge here to get a whole nother set of plugs, and then definitely at the end I can do that. And that way, when the seeds are in there and I need to get the seeds, you know, watered before their roots get far enough down, I can actually bottom water them. Then I can water them from the top, and if they kind of fall apart a little bit, then they've got their little buddies to hold them up. So that's kind of the plan. And these trays, so that one, the concern was that, oh, they're not going to all get, if I do end up, you know, bottom watering them later, all of the plugs aren't going to get wet. But these trays have grooves that go through them, and so that really actually shouldn't be a problem then. And so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm starting a brand new tray right here. One of the things that Eliot Coleman said was that he was talking about like having like a brownies, like you're making brownies, like that texture, whereas Farmer Jesse was saying more like oatmeal, and I'm thinking, you know, a little bit more like dough. Yeah, might be more than what I'm liking more than the oatmeal, although I don't really know what I'm doing, so whatever. So I'm going to show you how I do this. So can you see here? I'm holding it like this. There's this ledge, and I hold it up because for a while there, I wasn't, and it would be half down already. And then I would have these like little short blocks come out. So I kind of hold it like this and push down. And then, of course, I'm spending too much time being perfect or whatever, I think. Sometimes there's like gaps at the bottom, and I guess that would be the advantage of having more oatmeal texture, is that it would just all kind of go in there a little nicer. So then I start these over at this far end here, and I start in the corner, and I push them down. And then I just kind of keep going like that. I'm not very fast at this. Fast at anything. Okay. And then I just kind of keep going this way until I've got it all filled up. And then I'll show you how I kind of do the edges, because it's kind of fiddly. So I'm getting my gack here. And now I'm going to start going this direction. I'm going to start farther away from me. And then I'm just going to keep going down that row. And I need to push it this way a little bit. Hopefully my head's not in the way. Okay. Got that one kind of gacked. Okay, so I only have 4 here. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. These are all even. So I only have 4 here, and there's 5 cells here. So what I do is put it into this little guy here, because I was trying to do it some other way, like hold it in my hand, and that didn't work. So then I got to put the little guy there, little guy there, little guy there. God, he's kind of soggy. Let's try this one here. Oh, shoot, man. Missed. Okay, let's pull him out. See, I would expect these to hold together better, and I think that Eliot Coleman's his soil mix recipe that he talks about in his video probably holds together better than this stuff, because this stuff has sand in it, and it doesn't have perlite. So, okay, let's see if we can jam this little buddy next to his friend here. Shoot, man, I missed again. Okay. Is that gonna work out? Okay. So then this is the tricky part. And that's why I think that it might make more sense to like wait a day and try and jam these guys closer in when they're drier. But this is kind of the technique I use for the very last row where they really don't hardly fit. So this is the challenge. And what I've been doing is pulling the side out here and putting this in and then trying to get it all the way to the side there and then pulling it up. That. And that works pretty good. Let's just do this last bit here. Pull the side out, push these suckers in. Okay. Like that. Nice. Okay, so let's see. This is paired. Yeah, they're off. Okay, got them. And then we got this last one, and it's only got 4, so I'm going to put them on this tray. Okay, put them on this tray here. Okay, those came out nice. And so then what I try and do is do this very edge here, which is most pain in the ass. Try to get it down in there. Jeez. Little fellow. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and let's see if we can't get these guys pushed this way a little bit. And 1 more. Yeah, this is super goofy. Anyway. Okay, but I got those guys all tucked in there. And that is a finished tray. So I've been thinking that once I start bottom watering these, I really need a space to do that. So I'm going to take out this whole row of plugs and put in a short length of 2x2 that I can just kind of pull out. And also that'll give me, you know, when I'm trying to take these plugs out of the tray and plant them out, I was like, how in the world am I gonna pry these things out of here? Okay, so I've got a 9-inch piece of 2x2 with a little screw at the end, so I can just pull things up and out. And then I got 6 more of these guys over by the window. Got 2 more stuffed in here. My new set of shelves. Haven't got the lights on there yet. So I'm not gonna put you through like me seeding trays and trays of seeds, but I just kind of wanted to show how I'm doing this since I've never done this before. And I'm starting with the thing that I'm most afraid of, which is my Salanova lettuce, because I'm afraid that like I'm gonna get them too deep in the little divot and they're not going to germinate or they're not gonna come up or whatever. So anyway, I've got red sweet crisp, green sweet crisp. I've got a piece of tape here at the end, and I'm gonna put marker what rows of stuff, what seeds I've got in what rows. And I'm gonna work lengthwise because something on one of the videos I was looking at, they were saying with the soil plugs like this, the soil blocks, that you know you want to be able to kind of take them out and plant them, and if you've got different varieties all mixed in here, it gets hard to pick them out or something like that. Anyway, and I'm just going to do a couple of these, and then I'll let you go. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to, because these are pretty deep divots, I'm going to put a little bit of soil down in there first. These are pelleted seeds. So I'm just going to drop one in there. And then, you know, I hate when you water, you know, and then they kind of float a little bit, but that would be a terrible thing. So I don't know how that's going to work, but I don't want them too deep. Boy, it's going to take forever if I go that slow. But yeah, I don't want them to be quite as deep as that divot. So for seeds like chard that are bigger, I think I'll just drop them right into that divot and not worry about that. Okay, so later when these things develop roots, I'm going to bottom water them, but right now I'm going to water them from the top. Oh, shoot. And see what happens. Oh my gosh. Okay. There you go. They seem to be all right. I'll update this video, you know, with a link at the very end when I do an update on this, you know, and tell you how things are growing and stuff like that. And when I actually know what I'm doing about how to make soil blocks and how to water them and how to plant them and all that.